Have you ever felt that after a certain age, your body begins to fall silent, not because it no longer exists, but because you've slowly stopped listening to it? There are parts of our body we grow afraid to speak of, especially after turning 60. But these aren't parts that have expired. They're parts forgotten after years of living for others. Today, I want to share a gentle secret, something simple, so simple it might already be sitting in your kitchen cupboard, yet it holds the power to awaken life in places you thought were beyond revival. No medicine, no surgery, no shame, just a drop of essential oil, a meaningful touch, and a few minutes of true presence with yourself each day. It may sound small, but for many women, it's the doorway to becoming whole again. If you're wondering, could this still be for me? Stay with me. Maybe, just maybe, what you thought was lost is only waiting for your return. And if this touched something inside you, stay, because what comes next was written for you. And if it didn't, stay anyway. Because sometimes a body only needs someone to believe it's still worthy of love. Can you hear it? If not yet, leave a message below. I will read and I will listen, just as you're slowly learning to listen to yourself again. I remember once an older woman in her 70s, tiny figure, hair silver as clouds, came to my clinic on a rainy afternoon. She sat in front of me and said, "Doctor, I'm not sure I'm still a woman." It wasn't a complaint. It was a bare truth. Many postmenopausal women carry that quiet sense of loss, not the loss of looks, but the disconnection from their own body. There are places on the body we never speak of, but that carries so much grief, dryness, numbness, coldness, as if that part no longer belongs to us. I've heard hundreds of women confess they no longer dare look in the mirror, no longer touch themselves, no longer feel confident, even in the warmth of their lifelong partner's arms. But it's not their fault. The body doesn't change because they gave up. It changes because age leads us into a new terrain, where estrogen fades, blood vessels narrow, and once sensitive cells fall silent. I often tell them, it's not because you're old, it's because no one taught you how to love yourself in your new form. Postmenopausal women do not lose their strength. They just need gentleness to reawaken. All it takes is one right signal, one small gesture, and that part of the body can bloom again, feel again. Return to that proud feminine fullness. If you hear yourself in this story, know this. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are simply waiting for something soft enough, understanding enough to stir that part of you awake again. And if I told you there's one very simple, entirely natural way to begin, would you open your heart to it? If you have questions, leave a comment. I'm here, and I'm listening. Once I gave my mother a small bottle of essential oil, pre-mixed with sweet almond oil. I said, try this each night, gently, like caring for a part of you you've forgotten for too long. She looked at me like I was joking, but I wasn't, because I know from decades working with older women that some parts of the female body don't disappear. They're simply neglected, even by their owner. We often believe that restoring moisture, sensation, or softness in the intimate area after menopause requires hormones, pills, or medical intervention. But nature holds miracles in the simplest things. Rosemary, essential oil, something many use just for cooking or air freshening, can awaken tissues long asleep. When properly diluted and gently applied, it boosts circulation, stirs nerves once alive with connection, and revives the confidence buried beneath years of silence. A woman named Eleanor, 72, widowed, told me after a week of trying, "I don't know what to call the feeling, but it's like a thin mist inside me is slowly lifting. Not a loud return to youth, but a quiet warmth returning. Tiny blood vessels begin to open. Oxygen-rich blood revives the parched skin. Softness returns, not fast, not dramatic, just life, quietly flowing back. To me, the greatest effect isn't physical, it's emotional. When a woman touches herself with love, without shame, she's saying, I am still worthy. If you're skeptical or think this isn't for you, pause your doubt. Try just once, a few minutes, a day, a conscious touch. And maybe you'll find yourself again in the mirror, not as an old woman, but as a woman still alive. If anything was unclear, ask me below. I'll walk with you through every step. I always tell my patients and my mother, how you touch yourself matters as much as what you touch with. Some women laugh, saying, I don't have time or feelings to stroke myself. But after 1 week, the first thing they feel isn't sensation, but wonder. They had forgotten what it was like to care for themselves. To apply it properly, you don't need to be fancy, just a diluted bottle. 3-5 drops of rosemary oil mixed with 1 tablespoon of a base oil like almond, coconut, or jojoba. Warm the blend in your palms. Bring your hands near your nose. Inhale deeply. That scent is your body's invitation. Let's begin. After a warm shower is perfect. Skin is soft. Vessels are open. Mind is calm. Sit quietly or lie down. No rush. Start at the outer labia, just the skin with soft circular strokes of your fingertips. No pressure, no scrubbing, just presence. Circle the vulva. Move gently toward the clitoral hood. Do not insert anything. The thin skin outside is what needs your attention, and remember to breathe, slow and deep, because breathing tells your body, I am truly here with you. Some women cry during their first session, not from pain, but from realizing how long it's been since they were with themselves, only 5 to 7 minutes a day, and if done regularly, something magical returns. Softer skin, spreading warmth, a whisper in your heart. I am still alive, still feeling, still worthy of love. One patient, Susan, told me, at first I did it just for fun, but by day 3 I didn't want to stop, not for results, but because I missed the gentleness I gave myself. So this is not just about oil. It's a quiet ritual of reconnection. If any step confuses you, comment below. We are learning to love ourselves again from the smallest things. I always remind women, your body doesn't need a miracle to revive. It only needs to be listened to long enough. And when you make this a daily habit, the magic doesn't hit like in the movies. It comes slow, soft, steady, like a flower in the morning. Day 1, most feel nothing dramatic, but something begins, not in the skin, but in the mind. One woman, Lynn, said, I thought it was silly, but I felt moved. For the first time in years, I touched myself without shame or hurry. And that is where healing begins. Day 2, day 3, you might feel warmth trickle in, not pain, not shock, just blood stirring again. Formerly cold, numb skin softens, and some women cry because they realize their body never abandoned them. It was only waiting, patient and quiet. By day 4, 5, something truly beautiful happens. You want to touch yourself again, not from need, but from reunion. Your body becomes a long-lost friend returning home. Moisture returns naturally. Touch no longer stings or disappoints. And many begin to smile more, feel again, even fall in love again. Day 6, your mood shifts. You walk slower, sit taller, your eyes glow differently in the mirror. That's what returning feels like. The woman you thought was past her prime comes back, not with makeup, but with life from within. And others notice. They see you differently because you see you differently. Day 7, the mirror moment. So many women tell me they no longer feel estranged from their genitals. It's no longer a source of shame or failure, but a part of them, alive and belonging. See, just 5-7 minutes a day. No noise, no cost, and your body remembers what you thought was lost. The power to love, to connect, to live fully. If you're still on day 1, don't give up. The body is like a sulking friend. It takes time to trust you've truly returned. If you've started, tell me what day you're on. How does it feel? If unclear, ask. I'll walk with you day by day. One of my patients, Batu, 68, living alone, once told me, I think I'm done. Done with age, done with rights, done with worth. That broke me. Because That's the biggest mistake I see in women over 60. It's not that they neglect their health. It's that they stop believing they deserve to live fully. No one tells them this outright, but through indifferent stares, vague words, and being ignored, they learn to shrink from confidence, from womanhood until they go silent. They fear touching themselves, fear talking about dryness, disconnection, or coldness, not because they feel nothing, but because they believe at this age it's normal. But it's not. Normal doesn't mean suffer. Normal doesn't mean you no longer deserve desire, attraction, or intimacy. One woman said, "I thought silence would make it easier, but silence heals nothing. It only pushes you away from yourself and from the one beside you. Once you believe you're no longer worthy, your body believes it too. It stops responding, not from age, but from heartbreak. The greatest mistake isn't in wrinkles or white hair. It's in giving yourself up so gently you don't even notice. But I'm here to remind you, you are not done. You just need to return. And perhaps with just minutes a day, a few drops of oil, a deep breath, and the words, 'I'm still worthy,' you'll see it's never too late. If these words stir something in you, leave a comment. Don't let age silence you. And let's speak the first line again. Together, I am still a woman, and I have never lost my worth. I once asked a woman in her 70s who had kept up her oil routine for a month, "What made you stick with it?" She smiled and said, "Because I never saw it as treatment. I saw it as a date with myself." That answer is proof. A small act, done with love, becomes a sacred ritual some try out of curiosity, then forget. But those who continue don't seek youth. They seek connection, not once, but every day, like a promise. To make it last, don't expect too much at first, just 5-7 minutes after a shower before bed. Keep the bottle where you'll see it, on the vanity nightstand next to your toothpaste. Some days you'll feel nothing, others, everything. Be patient. The true meaning isn't in the instant result, it's in your presence with yourself. Some add a few gentle stretches, not for exercise, but to signal their body. This moment is just for you. They don't need music or candles, just quiet, kind hands, and the belief, I deserve care. Diane, an older woman, once said, "I thought it was silly until I found myself looking forward to it every night. It's like my old age finally had something to hope for." And you know what? That hope is life returning. When you repeat an act with love day after day, it stops being a task and becomes part of you, like making tea or reading a bedtime page, quiet, sacred, full of meaning. If you've begun, keep going, not for anyone else, not to prove anything, but to affirm you are still here. You are your own best friend. And if ever you feel weary, ask yourself, did I touch myself with all the gentleness I had? If not, begin again, softly, sincerely. If you need a reminder, message me. I'll walk with you. Because after 60, caring for your body isn't just health, it's love. And that love starts with you. I once sat beside an 82-year-old woman. She held her oil bottle tightly, her eyes sparkling. She said, "I didn't think I could feel anything at this age, but now I look forward to every night just to be alone and touch myself." See, sometimes women don't need miracles. They just need a chance to befriend their body again, gently, kindly. The message I want to leave you with isn't about oil or promising miracles in 7 days. It's this. You are still whole, despite time, despite age. Your body has never left you. It's just waiting. And when you touch it with love, with care, even something as simple as oil each night, it will answer with everything you thought you'd lost. Moisture, warmth, aliveness, a quiet rebirth of spirit. You don't have to do this to become someone else. You do it to remember you are still you, complete, beautiful, able to love, connect, and enjoy. And if anything brings me joy in this work, it's watching a woman over 60, 70 look in a mirror and smile. Not because the wrinkles are gone, but because she sees herself again and she knows, I'm still here and I can still love. You might not believe it just yet. You might still hesitate, feel it's too private. But if something inside you stirred today, I invite you. Try it. 1 week, a few minutes each day, as a gift for you. If you've already started, if you've felt something, tell me. Write a comment, just one line. Let me know you're still there. Let me know this story mattered. And if you think this video could help someone, a woman you love, a sister, a mother, a friend in silent pain, please share it. You might be the bridge that helps someone start again. And if you want to journey with me to more stories, more health, more wholeness, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. I'm here every week to say what no one dares tell the elderly, because I believe you deserve to know. We don't need to rewind time to feel young again. We only need to learn to listen to our body, touch it with reverence. And trust me, when you begin, you'll realize aging is not the end. It's the start of a deeper, fuller chapter. You are still here, and you can begin today. You are not past your prime. You are still full of life.